Hey guys, welcome to another live. Yesterday, Nuno was appointed manager of Spurs, and this stream is just to get your thoughts and opinions on that appointment. And there is a link in the community section for you guys to click if you want to come on and have your say about the new manager, Nuno, and anything else that you would want to speak about. So yes, that link is in the community section, and this is my first fan show, so I am a little bit a novice at this. So and this is like my first adding people into the stream. So yeah, so speaking about Nuno, anything else that you want to discuss? Transfers, we can finally talk about transfers because we finally have a manager. Hello, Jim Bob Jones. If you do want to join the stream, as I've said, there is a link in the community section. But yeah, so we can be talking about Nuno, we can talk about transfers, what this might mean for Harry Kane. Is Son finally going to sign that contract that it's been saying he's going to be signing for since like last November? So literally anything that you guys want to discuss, then you can come on and have your say. And just to let you guys know, there is a link in the community section for you guys to, if you want to come on and have your say, you can join the stream. And this is my first fan show, so that's exciting. Completely new at this, so it's going to be a learning process. But yeah, so I guess first we could start with Nuno. My initial thoughts when I saw it was like relief that we finally had a manager in. That was my first thought, and then I was thinking, yeah, it is very underwhelming, but you know, it's happened now. There's not really anything we can do about it now, so we just got to back the team. Obviously still Daniel Levy out, Enoch out, but you back the manager, you back the team, and I've kind of given up being negative about Spurs now. It's kind of really draining, so I'm trying to be as positive as I can regarding the whole situation. But I'm also very excited for new season to start. I'm super excited for new season. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Harry Kane, because I'm still under the impression that he's going to be here next season. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think he'll still be here next season, or do you think that he's on his way to Man City? I feel like the media think that he's probably on his way to Man City, but we know Daniel Levy and he doesn't want to sell him, so I can't really see it happening this season. I'm unsure of what happens next. I do think he'll be here. I think that as much as he might want to leave, that Man City can't afford him. They can't, and they keep trying to offer players, but Daniel Levy wants just cash, so there's no chance that I feel that he goes. But hey, we may be proven wrong. He may be on his way out. Who knows? Obviously, nothing's going to happen whilst the Euros are still going, so I have to wait until after the Euros. But I guess that is something else we could talk about as well, the Euros, considering England just beat Germany to make it to the quarterfinals. That was exciting. I watched that game, and honestly, I was slightly confident that England would win, but just seeing it happen for the first time since 1966, even though I wasn't alive then, but I've heard things about it and stuff, so that was pretty cool to see. I'm not going to say it. I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say it. I've been tempted to say it, but I'm not going to say it. But yeah. I'm just looking forward to actually signing players and getting players out the door. There's a few players that I would like to get out the door. It's one of them, Sissoko, Harry Winks. I think Italy are looking like the toughest team to beat. Yeah, same. But then playing Belgium, that is going to be a tough game. I can't predict who's going to win that. I do feel like Belgium's defence is a bit weak. And I feel like Italy will probably be much stronger opposition than Portugal were, because Portugal were kind of slow through the midfield and their attack wasn't the fastest. Their build-up play was like really slow. So yeah, I do think like Belgium will be a tough task, but I don't know. Maybe Italy will win that, and maybe England can meet Italy in the final. Who knows? But I do feel like this is England's best chance of beating and winning the Euros. So what do you think of Nuno? I feel like he did a good job at Wolves. Obviously, the previous season wasn't the greatest, but there were like a lot of injuries, so I can't understand that. And I feel like he couldn't really play the football he wanted to play with those injuries. So I do feel like Daniel Levy will probably be talking about Tottenham's DNA, because that keeps getting brought up. So that is certainly something that I think will hopefully happen, but we know Daniel Levy and his lies, so who knows. But I wouldn't say obviously the appointment of Nuno was underwhelming, but you know what, I'm just relieved we have a manager now and we can start thinking about transfers. That's the most important thing. And again, I'm just going to mention again, there is a link in the community section if you guys want to join the stream and come on and have your say. I would really like to hear your thoughts regarding Nuno, Harry Kane, anything else. Nuno will be fine. I think it was important to get someone in before pre-season. Yep, definitely. And the transfer will close. If we wait too long, even the best manager will have a failed season. Yeah, I agree with that. I was just hoping they would be before pre-season. Otherwise, Ryan Mason would have like taken charge of pre-season, and that would not be what we wanted. But yeah, I'm kind of, even though the appointment is underwhelming and it's not who we wanted, especially when we were like could have had Poch or Conte, I'm just happy that we actually have a manager. Who would you like from Wolves? I kind of like Neves. Also, is it Pedro Neto? I think that's his name. Something else that having Nuno might get the best out of Matt Doherty, potentially. I hope anyway, because I feel like there's no chance of Doherty leaving this season. So I do think having Nuno will definitely help him. Levy desperately wants to talk for each season. If Kane goes, then it makes the job that so much harder. So I don't think he'll sell Kane unless a ridiculous offer made. Sell the deadwood and get new blood in. Yeah, literally, I could have said it better myself. That is definitely what I feel like is happening with Daniel Levy. Obviously, we do want to get back into the top four. And also, I just want to win a trophy. I know that's unrealistic right now. But if we have even the slightest chance of winning a trophy next season, then I'm all for it. Like, I'm not going to judge Nuno until he starts, and I'm going to give him time, because we can't expect him to work miracles straight away. And if there's a few bad results to start the season, we can't get on his back about it, because we can't be like, oh, Nuno out now. You know what I mean? So we have to stick with him. Nuno will work what he's got, unlike Mourinho and Conte, considering what he did with all Spurs, have a much stronger squad, so the potential is there. Yeah, definitely. I do feel like Spurs do have a stronger squad, and he's more likely to agree with Daniel Levy than Mourinho and Conte. I feel like Conte, at first I didn't really want him. I wanted Poch, and then I kind of came around to the idea of Conte. But who knows? I'm excited to see how Nuno builds up the team, and how what tactics he has, whether it's going to be similar to the Wolves tactics or whatever, or it'd be interesting to see what kind of players he wants to bring in as well. Maybe Neves would make a great partnership. Yeah, I agree with that. But what other players from Wolves would you guys like to see come to Spurs? I feel like they've got some good players. Obviously, Adam Traore, he's always been a tough opponent whenever we played Wolves. So if we could potentially get him, Hello, Billy. brother's back again. What are you doing this time? A drink? I feel like we do need to Susan try and bring through new talent with players that can potentially step up. I think we need some. Yeah, a centre back is definitely a position that we need to strengthen. Get rid of one of Dyer or Sanchez, or even both. You know, get rid of both. That would be great if we could get rid of both. Also, a right back. I definitely feel like we need a new right back. Sergio Aurier looks like he's on his way out. So that's another position. If Ben Davis, there's rumours about him moving on. So another left back. What? It's finished. It's only on for an hour. Try would be a useful player. Yep, definitely. With his like strength and his pace. That is something we need. Obviously, we have like Son. But it would be kind to have someone in that midfield that can drive play on. I don't know. I can't think of any other Wolves players that we could potentially have in a squad that would be good. Connor Cody, yeah, he's a good centre back. What? Oh my goodness. You're literally. Oh. I'll take him. Okay. Yeah, I've liked the look of Werner and Sirkin. And a good thing with Nuno, he can like develop young players, and that's something I'm excited to see. Also Skip coming back, Sessignon coming back. Also Dan Scarlett, I'm hoping maybe he won't be part of the first team, but I kind of hope that he is part of the first team, because whenever he's played, he's looked, like he belongs there. So I would like to see him become part of the first team. Maybe he could play in like the Europa Conference League, which is definitely a trophy that we need to try and win. I know it's like not the best, but at the end of the day, it's a trophy. And we've been starved of trophies. So any trophy that we could potentially get next season, I'm all for it. So the top 4 finish in trophies, basically what we wanted last season. But we can't really go much higher than that, especially with the way things are at the moment. But I'm looking forward to seeing some of the young talent, though. We were top of the league a bit briefly, and up until then we had possibly top 4 still. So Nuno in, new signings, and a Deadwood out, and I think we can still dare and be positive. Yep, I agree, definitely. I think the most important thing is getting the Deadwood out. I could name so many players, but I feel like we'll be here forever. But we definitely do need new signings as well. And the fact that we finally have a manager now means we can move forward with transfers. And I'm excited to see who they bring in. Because we see like all the other clubs doing business, even Aston Villa, which is kind of, Aston Villa doing business, and we were still sitting on the fence without a manager. So it's good that we can, start bringing in players. Agree, Conference League could actually work well for us for youth and winning something. Yeah. See, youth, because I feel like youth will do well in the Conference League. And I don't think if Kane's staying, I don't think he's going to want to play in the Conference League. He deserves to play in the Champions League. So I don't think we'd play him in the Conference League. I don't know what you guys think, but I can't see that working out. What was your guys' reactions to Nuno being announced? I'm interested to know that. I wasn't expecting it. It was a complete surprise. I looked at my phone. I was like, oh, Spurs official just tweeted. Oh, Nuno. I was like relieved more than anything, even though it was underwhelming. But what was your guys' thoughts and opinions? Again, if you do want to join my live stream and come on. There is a link in the community section. This was my first fan show, so if you want to come on and have your say, then the link is there. Conference League semi-finals, full first team probably. Yeah, definitely. I know that Roma are in the Conference League, but I've heard that we're not even actually qualified for it yet. We've got to like have a playoff round. I'm just like, really? And the only team that I really know is Roma. Is it going to be like a Roma versus Tottenham final? Because I can see that happening, honestly. That is just like written in the stars to happen. But it would be good to, beat Jose Mourinho. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Jose, but it would, imagine Nuno, Jose Mourinho final, but Nuno out-tactics Mourinho. The potential is there, so I'm full for it. So guys, I don't think this is going to be too long of a stream. So if you do want to come on and have your say, I know I keep mentioning it, but it would be good just to get you guys' opinions on a few stuff. If there's anything else that you want to sort of like discuss, then put it in the chat. And if you are new here, be sure to like the stream, subscribe, and there is you can send in a super chat if you would like. The option is there. But yeah, is there anything else that you guys would like to discuss? I don't know. We could touch on the Euros. I keep mentioning the Euros because England winning the Euros. I can see it happening, guys. I can. I would love to beat Nuno. Yeah, I would. Anytime you could beat like a manager like him, definitely. It would. I mean, I still think that. I mean, he has been talking a bit about Tottenham, hasn't he? Really, but saying we have no history or whatever. I mean, he ain't entirely wrong, but I guess Daniel Levy did sack him, so he might be a bit bitter about it. A bit like how he was with like Chelsea and Man United. So who knows? Have you heard anything about Nuno's backroom stuff? No, I haven't heard anything. The only thing that I've really seen is that he was appointed. They're talking about like Harry Kane's future, decided about transfers with Paratici. So, was there anything about Nuno's backroom staff? Because I know it was a big thing. So guys, I think I was just muted there. I don't even know what happened. Yeah, I haven't really heard anything about his backroom staff. Was there anything that was said? Not heard anything. Oh, there hasn't been any mention about his backroom staff. That's interesting. Yeah, that is kind of interesting that there's been no talk of his backroom staff. Do you think Daniel Levy's let him have backroom staff, or has he got to just work with what he's got at Tottenham? With like Ryan Mason and Ledley King. Is that all his backroom staff? It would surprise me, but in the bet several weeks ago when Nuno left Wolves, his bet not slashed to 4-7 or something like 8-1, so I thought it was going to weeks ago though. Decent signing for where we are. Yeah, I was kind of, I was like, it's not going to happen. We're not going to get Nuno. But how wrong was I? Because they were like, Nuno's not in Tottenham's list of managers. And then he was, and it was like, oh, we're not entirely sure. But then they backtracked and, appointed him anyways. So I don't know what changed their mind. Was it the fact that they literally had no one else and it was going to be Ryan Mason? Or I don't know what the reasoning was. But all I know is that Paratici was a fan of him. So I guess Daniel Levy has let Paratici have full control of the footballing decisions. which is definitely what needed to happen. Mason and King, yeah, that's probably what his backroom staff is. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Mason, I like King. But you've got to let the man bring in his own staff, right? You can't just expect him to just work with what we already got. What about the backroom staff that he had like at Wolves? Do you think that he would bring them with him, or was it just because it's literally only that he was announced as manager? There was like no announcement about backroom staff. Interesting. That is kind of interesting. What did you guys think of Nuno's first interview? Because when I watched it, I was like, this is kind of reminding me of the Poch interview and the way that they were both speaking about making us proud and stuff. So I'm excited, kind of. Be interesting to see how we do under Nuno. I'm really thirsty, guys. It's so hot in this kitchen right now. Again, link in the community section for you guys who just tuned in. If you want to come on and discuss the new manager, discuss Harry Kane, discuss Son's new contract pending still. But Tottenham Twitter kind of alluded to the potential of it being announced with the Nuno and Son picture. You know, they like to drop hints here and there, so hopefully that is a sign that he's going to sign it. I really, really, really want to see that announcement because that will get me more excited for next season. Nuno will get on with players much better than Jose. Yeah, I can see that. Jose's kind of a, if you want what I want, I like you. But if you like challenge that, then it's kind of a bit iffy. But I do think most players will respect Nuno. And the ones that won't, we're getting rid of because they're deadwood. Like, Winks is, I want Winks gone, Sissoko gone, Sadore gone, Sanchez, Dyer gone, or, you know, one of them gone, or both. I would, you know, take that. Potentially Ben Davis. I think Mason could be green for a future role. I think King's probably a sort of a counsellor type role. King working on the defence didn't seem to work under Nuno. Yeah, kind of true. Our defence was just weak most of the time. But like the first half of the season, it was like okay when we were like top of the league. But then Mourinho sort of changed the system and we sort of went more attacking, but our defence just got exposed majorly. Would I take Ryan Mason as a future manager? Yeah, I would. You know, once he gets more experience, I do feel like he would be a good manager for us. I mean, he did a good job whilst he was interim, so if he has more experience, I think he would do an even better job. I heard Nuno got at least one guy who's very close towards his backroom team. I would guess him as Spurs want to keep King. Yeah, I can understand that. Obviously, when Mourinho went, Ledley King kept his job. I'm happy about that because Ledley King was like an amazing defender. So him staying in, I don't have a problem with that. I was just hoping that Nuno was able to bring in backroom staff, even though we know Daniel Levy and he was a bit mental about the backroom staff stuff. But as long as Nuno has been able to bring in some backroom staff, then that's all good. Nuno likes the team to press heavily. Yeah, I feel like with Son, Bergwijn, obviously Mora could be on his way out, but if he stays, he's very good at that, the pressing. Kane, he presses, but he's not like a major presser. Does that make sense? But I do feel like most of the players are good at pressing, so that with Nuno, and I like the pressing game because it makes the other team make mistakes, and that's all good. Dyer probably okay playing Nuno centre back 3 or 2 hard in mids, which Nuno might do. Sanchez, I have no hopes for. Yeah, I feel like Sanchez could be the defender on his way out, I hope. Anyway, one of them has to leave, surely. We can't keep both of them. Dyer, other than the rumours him going to Roma, I haven't heard anything else. So it would be interesting to see if there are any more rumours about him staying or being on his way out. Even if like Dyer or Sanchez, one of them stays, I still want Tottenham to bring in 2 new centre backs because obviously we've got Rodon and we've got Toby. Rodon, he impressed me with Wales. He definitely did. Obviously that last game against Denmark, he was a bit iffy for a few moments, but majority of the time when he was away with Wales, he really impressed me, and he definitely was fighting for that first team spot at Tottenham. So I would Rodon and Toby. I feel like we should have used that more last season. But if we bring in 2 new centre backs, then we just need to rebuild that defence because at the moment it is way too weak. Tanganga should be at centre back too. Yeah, I agree with that. Obviously he's still injured, but there was reports that he's doing, like, he said that he's getting better and he's improving quite a lot compared to what people might think. So so hopefully before the start of the new season he is back, and I would put him in there. I feel like Jose tried to put him on the full-back position. I mean, he was alright, but I feel like he's probably better at centre back. So if we give it to like Joe Rodon and Tanganga, I would be happy with that. You've got to give the young players a chance, and whenever Tanganga's played, he's always putting 100% effort in. So I would definitely, or maybe that sort of pairing could be for the Conference League or something, to like try it out and see how it works. But the future is for the young, you know. I'm just trying to think. Is there any other positions that we could potentially strengthen? I feel like Lamela probably is going to leave. Mora, there's a potential of that. Hopefully, I'm hoping Bergwijn stays. Who else is there that could potentially be on their way out? Obviously, like the Carlos Vinicius and Gareth Bale's loans ended, was it yesterday? So, and the Gareth Bale thing coming back next season is not completely dead. Like, there's still potential for that to happen. And with Nuno, I'm hoping, because we need Gareth Bale for like 1 more season, and we need there to be a full stadium fans for them to play. We need to see the front three of Kane, Bale, and Son for at least 1 more season, because we didn't really get to see it much last season. So we need 1 season of that, and that front three is scary, especially when Bale's like at his full strength. That's probably one of the best front threes in the league. Conte was my first choice, but as soon as that was dead, Nuno was my next choice. I'm content. Apart from last season, we also had a lot of injuries. Nuno was playing attacking football. I've kind of alluded to that. I'm not. I don't know. Obviously, having Conte, who's literally won so many trophies, compared to Nuno, it's obviously going to be underwhelming. Like, any manager that we got in wasn't going to be to that level of a Conte or a Poch or maybe an Eric Ten Hag. Like, it was always going to be like disappointing. But the most important thing was to get in a manager, because I was getting to the fact where if it was got no manager in, it was going to end up being Ryan Mason. And right now, we don't need Ryan Mason. Like, yeah, he used to play for us. He's Tottenham through and through. He knows I feel like this has been said so much, but the DNA of Tottenham, like, he knows how we play. He knows the attacking football, and he did gain the respect of the players. But the experience thing is kind of or am I having an issue with it? And I feel like he would have been just a yes man for Levy. He would have been the easiest option to go with. And obviously, I feel like Daniel Levy may have thought, or like, you know, the fans would have gone mental if Ryan Mason was announced as our new manager. Like, even if it was like, oh, it's just no interim, you know, we're still interim, we haven't found a manager. Like, there's no way Daniel Levy could have kept his job if Ryan Mason was the one appointed, because that's just admitting failure, that you could not get in any manager. I mean, we got rejected by so many managers. I've never seen a club get rejected so many times. Or Daniel Levy has to put out, oh, you know what, we stepped away, you know, with Conte. It's just ridiculous. Obviously, we're not ambitious enough for Conte, but that's just because of the board and Daniel Levy. Messi is a free agent, anyone? Oh, can you imagine? Oh, you know what? I would take Messi. I would. The only thing is his wages. Like, he would have had to take a major pay cut. And I know it's probably like a joke, but can you imagine Nuno and Messi playing for Spurs? I mean, it meant like just imagine it for a second. Do you think that alone would get Kane to stay? Because we all know that Kane wants to be on a level with like Ronaldo or Messi. So, I mean, Messi coming to Spurs may be the one thing that will make Kane want to stay. I mean, who would give up the opportunity to play with Messi? I don't think anyone would give up that. I expect a back three, Parrot teaching Nuno's past tactics. I think one of them and more also need to move on if we get a decent fee. Yeah, I do. I feel like it's time for Lamella to leave. Mora, I'm on the fence about Mora, because in some ways I want him to, stay. But I guess if we could get a decent fee and get a much better player, then I would be open to it. But, you know, I really like Mora. I don't think Conte would have been a good fit. Yeah, I thought Fonseca could have been. Nuno might be, with certainly could have ended up with worse. Yeah, we could have ended up with Gattuso. So I feel like we've got a W for Nuno. He's not the worst sort of manager we could have gone for or ended up with, but I was on the fence about Conte, and I did think it'd work, and completely fell apart, and I was right about that. I feel like a lot of people were probably right about that. But I was just coming around to the idea of the way he plays football and like how much he's won, like the past, he's won 5 trophies in like 7 years. So that is what got me excited about Conte, and people just talking about it and getting excited about it. Made me excited about the fact that we could get Conte. And then I was coming around to Nigel Fonseca, and then that breaks through, and I was like, and then I gave up with the manager search, and I was just like, you know what, whatever is announced by Tottenham is announced, and I will just go by that. Messi's wages but no fee, he could be worth 200 million, it would be cheap. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say no to Messi. I don't think anyone would say no to Messi. But what do you want to come to little old Spurs? I don't think so. But it would be funny to see like other clubs' reactions to Messi potentially, coming to Spurs. That would be hilarious. And this one here, Bale, Messi, Ronaldo. Can you surely that would be like the best front three in like the world. Because Messi and Ronaldo are still on like a major level, and they're still, they're still up there. They're. So can we fit Bale, Messi, Ronaldo, Kane, and Son into like the same starting 11? Because that'll front 5 maybe. Can you imagine that front 5? Because that would be the best. We would be the best team in the world, surely, if we could fit those 5 players in the team. So I keep drinking. I'm just so thirsty. What about Haaland? Would you take Haaland? I mean, obviously you probably would, but can you imagine? When year goes, Maradona almost had a Tottenham true. Really? You see, this is what annoys me about Tottenham. We always nearly sign players. We nearly sign Grealish. We nearly signed Dybala. We nearly signed Skriniar. There's just so many players that we nearly signed, which would like transform our team. But Daniel Levy will screws it up. Whoever like doesn't pay what they want, and he's just playing too much hardball. So it's like, what are you doing, really? He just needs to get out of the football decisions. Don't be involved, because he ruins it all. I'm still hopeful that we can get Grealish. The fact was it we could have got him for 5 million. Like, come on, man! Can you imagine? Maradona played for Spurs in a friendly. I heard something about that. That's cool. We nearly won the Prem and the Champions League, so we are the nearly team. Yeah, we definitely are the nearly team. We need to turn that nearly into all the time. The all the time team, winning all these trophies like season in, season out. Obviously, that is highly unrealistic, unless we can get rid of Daniel Levy and Enoch and get in an owner that actually wants to spend money. That's literally all I want, is for just like, I'm not even asking for like Man City type spending, because we know that's never going to happen. But I just really, really want to be excited that we're linked to a player. But it's all like smoke and mirrors. Like, we could be linked to a player, but it could just be totally Daniel Levy being like, if we put this out there, it might appease the fans. And that, I just can't deal with that. It's like a game for him, and it's so frustrating. Was he on his testimonial? When it says, yeah, I don't know that, but I'm sure Jim Bob Jones can let you know. Nearly into really, yeah. I just want to be a team that wins trophies. Is that really too much to ask? And just be successful. I mean, we used to be successful until Daniel Levy. I get it. We used to be like a mid-table team, and then we popped. We got into the top four regularly, but I don't know. I keep playing this ball, God's sake. Jim Bob Jones, night all. Good night, Jim Bob. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you in my next live. Do any of you guys want to join the live stream? The link is in the community section, and that is what this stream was meant to be. There were meant to be like a few people coming on. So we'll just have to. I'll be doing more of these, and hopefully you guys wanna, come on. If you haven't already, be sure to like the stream and be sure to subscribe as well if you haven't already. That would really, really mean a lot to me. And yes, we don't have a trophy cabinet in the new stadium. I wonder why that is. Levy bought the flat pack from IKEA, but could not afford the backroom staff to build it. Oh, you're back. Another good chat, man. Yeah. Basically, you have chat of the night so far. If anyone could beat that, then let me get your chats in, guys, because I did do this one stream that I gave chat of the night, and Sam won the previous one, and I didn't do it in my last stream. I completely forgot about it, but I'm definitely doing it for like my streams. So if you want chat of like the night or whatever, then get your chats in. Try and be as hilarious as Sam is right now, because that you got a tough ask there, but I believe in you guys. You can definitely send in another chat like that. I don't know what's going on with my voice. Do you ever get some random things where your voice just completely changes accent? Yeah, because I get that a lot. So I do actually have to get up like really early in the morning. So I think I'm gonna be on here for like maybe another 10 minutes. So get your chats in, and if there's anything else you want to discuss about, then we can do that, and maybe have something in your bottle. It's just water. It's literally just water. That's all it is. It's water. It's not anything. I don't drink alcohol. I don't. The only time that I've actually like drank alcohol was when I was like on holiday, and that was a cocktail, and it wasn't really that often. Like I'm alright with like Pepsi and stuff and like Coke, Coca-Cola, drinks. Just to make that clear. I'm talking about the drink, but yeah, this is literally just water. I mean, you can see that's water, right? Yeah, literally just water. Yeah, I wouldn't lie to you guys. If it was anything else, then you would know. Oh god. So tomorrow I'm hoping to see the announcement of Son signing his new contract. Or soon, maybe next week. Hopefully. It looks just like water and vodka. It's not. It's literally water. Water. Yeah, I may be 22, but I wouldn't drink alcohol on camera. Did I say drink or did I say eat? I can't even remember. But yeah, I promise you guys, it's just water. I don't know why it looks like bubbly, but it is. I mean, surely if I was drinking vodka, you'd be able to, my face wouldn't be normal. I would literally be like, I don't even know if that's how I don't know. I've had vodka once when I was like 16. Like straight vodka. Gross. The most disgusting thing I've ever tasted. Now eat your water. Did I say eat? Because I honestly can't remember if I said eat or did I say drink. But you like to make fun of me, so maybe you could be nice and tell me if I did actually say eat or did I say drink. Because if I said eat, I think that's a sign that I need to go to bed. And I don't know what I'm doing. I move it to the side and I'm like, I need it. But I don't. Yeah, this stream has not gone to plan whatsoever. Obviously, my house. I mean, I say my house. It's not really my house. But I live with like my entire family. So late at night is the only time I can do these streams. So it's like I get delirious, especially around this time. So they just don't go to plan, and I'm just, yeah. Now you said eat vodka, drink water, 50. What is wrong with my brain? Like, hey, I mean, maybe eat can be the new drink. I'm doing it again. Yeah, so I don't even know what the stream was. I mean, we discussed a few things like the manager, transfers, potential Wolves players that we could, come over. But yeah, I need to go to bed in a minute because I'm going mental. But I'm get your final chats in, and we can. I don't know what else there is to discuss. I feel like when we get like transfers in, then I will definitely be doing live streams about those, and get excited because there will be live watch alongs for when the Premier League comes back, and I'm excited about that. And if you guys want to join my live streams, you are welcome, because I feel like maybe if we were like watching it together, then it could be more exciting. Also, let me know if you want my brother to come back on live streams. I mean, I'd have to pry him away from his PlayStation, but I think it's possible. I think it is. I think I can do it, but I'll have to bribe him somehow because it says yes, and then he just like changes his mind so fast. All right. Only if he pays. I mean, he was alright like the first time he came on, surely, like. I mean, I think he was. I can't actually remember that live stream too much, but it was a good live stream. Like, it was quite a long one as well, and I don't know how I was sitting there for like nearly 2 hours, but yeah. I'm so hot. I don't know. I'm wearing a long sleeve, but so I think that is a sign. Good start to your first chat live stream. Iris hotspot at the same time, splitting the viewers. Maybe try arrange your next live when yours is the only one on and put out a few invites. Yeah, I kind of planned to do this live stream yesterday, because I wasn't able to talk about the manager yesterday. So I thought, you know what, tomorrow I will do my live stream. My usual time is like 10:30. But yeah, it is kind of awkward having both on at the same time. So, and on the invites, I did put out a few invites, but no one wanted to join. So you know, it is what it is. There were a few people that were meant to be joining, but you know, I'm not too offended. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. But I will definitely try and get more like people on next time. That would be cool. So if anyone does want to join my live stream for next time, then you're all anyone's welcome. Like literally anyone can come on. You know. But thank you guys for joining this live. Obviously, it's kind of a short one because I do have to get up early for work, and I ain't looking forward to it, to be honest. I'm kind of sick of it, but you know. But thank you for joining, and I'm glad we could discuss the new manager, touch on transfers, touch on Harry Kane, you know, just on contract and stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Look out for my socials, which are linked in the description, to be notified when my next live stream is going to be. And I will try to make sure it's not on the same time as the Irish Hotspur or anyone else. But yeah, I just want to say thank you. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't already as well. I'm hoping to hit 2K subscribers by the time the new season starts. So if you could help me out with that, I'd really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys with new videos soon. And yeah, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.